I'm Josh Light with PoliticIt.com here in Vermont with Laurel LaFramboise, who is running for U.S. Senate as a VoteKISS
candidate.
So tell us about what VoteKISS is all about.
Well, VoteKISS stands for Vote to Keep It Short and Simple, and it's a revolutionary new way of using your vote to bypass politics this November and implement changes we the people have wanted for a long time, but no self-serving politician would ever vote for because it reduces their power.
So how does VoteKISS work exactly?
Well, today we pass laws by voting for somebody who makes a lot of promises. They go to the capitals and make these compromise bills that nobody wants, and now nobody even understands because they're 2,000 pages of legalese. With VoteKISS, we write the bills first, short and simple, and in a way that solves our biggest problems in ways that everyone can understand and most people can agree with. So in other words, we're building a consensus of what most Americans want their governance system to look like and putting it into 3 pre-written bills. Then you vote for candidates who sign a contract to only vote for those pre-written bills each election cycle. So in doing that, you're voting for almost directly for bills that you pre-approve.
What happens when the candidate gets done with all these bills during their session? Can they go and do more bills?
No, that's one of the beautiful things about it. Right now, 95% of a congressman's time is spent deciding to schmoozing other people to vote for their bills and trying to get something accomplished. With VoteKISS, you get something accomplished immediately. You're there to vote for those 3 bills, and that's done. You spend the rest of your time doing what only a smidgen of congressmen's time does now, and that's helping your constituents solve their governance problems.
And how does VoteKISS work exactly if the United States needs to go to war?
Well, I believe that, number one, we're not following the Constitution right now, and it doesn't take a congressional declaration of war to go to war. Which VoteKISS will correct with its constitutional amendment. But if we do decide to go to war, I think it should take some discussion and some consensus by the people first before we plunge into that abyss. And so I think we should, this VoteKISS sort of keeps that from happening, the rushing into something that's so big and so powerful as a war.
Laurel, what do you need to get VoteKISS going? What do you need to get politicians to sign into this?
Well, I think it's definitely a grassroots effort. There's a large number of people, I believe, that are really fed up with our political system right now. The corruption, the money involved in it, the 30-second commercials that drive everybody crazy, the mudslinging, all of these things are things that most people just really hate about our government and our political system. And so I think that if the word gets out that VoteKISS is a way to bypass all of that and vote almost directly for things that we've wanted for a long time, I think then people who are running against incumbents, which the system is rigged in favor of incumbents, and they probably have 0 chance of winning, they'll say, oh, well, I can buy into this voter anger against the political system and sign a contract to only get 3 things done.
How are you recruiting people right now to join the VoteKISS movement?
I am poor. I'm a farmer and unemployed at this moment, and so I have no money to do this. And so I stepped out in faith and became a candidate in the belief that the idea is so powerful that if people learned about it, they would agree with it. And so I only use free media such as this and social media in my campaign, other than, shirts that I put iron-ons on and maybe a few flyers that I pass out.
And what does VoteKISS stand for?
Vote to keep it short and simple.
Is there anyone else running underneath the VoteKISS platform?
Yes, my son has agreed to help me out with my idea. He said, Mom, I'll let you use my name, but I'm not getting in front of the camera. So my son is running for U.S. House in Vermont. And you can find out more about VoteKISS at www.votekiss.org, and you can read the draft bills there. And there's still time, because we can change them all the way up until November 1st, to have your input and what you like about the bills and what you don't. I would love to hear from people all over Vermont about whether they like this part of the bill, they don't like that part of the bill, because that makes it more real.
Well, thanks, Laurel.
Thank you very much.